organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
On this edition of Daily Iowan TV,
parties in your neighborhood, there's an app for that. Hear about a new way that Iowa City Police can now receive complaints via a smartphone.
And new faces will tell you what country the UI Graduate College has more students from this year than it did last.
And in sports, an interview with me, Keenan Davis.
We'll have that and more.
Daily Iowan TV starts now.
I'm Tom Brokaw. For more than 100 years now, the University of Iowa community has been waking up to the Daily Iowan. Today, it's the largest newsroom in eastern Iowa. And now you can see the news every night on Daily Iowan TV and get it anytime worldwide at dailyiowan.com.
We begin tonight's show with some terrible news of a tragedy in Boston. At least 2 are dead and upwards of 75 or more are injured after 2 explosions at the Boston Marathon.
As you can see, the scene is gruesome right at the end of the finish line at the marathon, which had nearly 27,000 participants.
Monday, a holiday in Boston and the state of Massachusetts, Patriots Day, is always marked by the running of the marathon, as well as the earliest Red Sox start time of the season.
But this attack halted the race and the holiday, more than 4 hours in. Local authorities are treating the incident as a terrorist attack, although that's about as much as authorities have said.
During a brief address, just 5 Central Time, President Obama said that the United States is still unsure about who carried out the attack or why, but there will be federal authorities dedicated to the case. President Obama refrained from using the phrase terrorist attack during his speech.
For more coverage, Tuesday's Daily Iowan will have reactions from those in Boston with Iowa ties. The future of who will fund the SEEDS paratransit program is still in question, but we now know when a decision will be made. The Johnson County Task Force on Aging held a public forum Monday to hear from county residents about the future of the public service transportation for senior citizens. Officials said a decision must be made by the end of June. This is when the current SEEDS funding will run out. Johnson County says it'll pay up to $2,000 to SEEDS in a new deal, but Iowa claims it will cost the city more than $1 million annually.
Diversity at the University of Iowa's Graduate College may soon be a little different. The Graduate College told the Daily Iowan it saw a decrease in Chinese students, while students from India are on the rise compared to the last school year. Compared to some other Big Ten schools, no one else saw a significant increase in students from India. But the loss of Chinese enrollment was felt by everyone. Interestingly, the Spartans had a large number of new applicants from the continent of Africa. An official from Michigan State speculated the loss of Chinese students is likely due to an increase in graduate colleges in China.
As of Monday, Iowa City residents are frustrated with neighborhoods' overly social activities. They can now use an app to complain. IC.gov Express lets Iowa City residents snap photos and write specifics before sending complaints to police regarding topics from trash lawns to graffiti. It's available for free on iPhones and Androids. The Iowa City government says the app, which costs them $5,000, will speed up police's handling of complaints.
If you recently put air in your bike tires, the University of Iowa may be to thank. In March, 2 new bike stations were installed, one on each side of campus at the UI Library and at the hospital. The stations are part of the major 2020 sustainability plan and cost the university just under $1,000 each. There are 2 of just three of the other locations at the new Pioneer Co-op.
And coming up on Daily Iowan TV, from Mars to Iowa City. Hear what famed scientist Neil deGrasse Tyson said about his new TV show when he visited the university today.
And in sports, former Hawkeye Keenan Davis is on set and tells us how he feels about his future in the NFL draft. But first, we'll throw it over to our own Megan Tickner. And Megan, is there any chance we'll be seeing some clear skies anytime soon?
Well, unfortunately, we won't be seeing the sun all that much this week, but precipitation is looking likely. Starting off on Tuesday morning, the temperature should be about 48 degrees with a 10% chance of rain. Moving into the afternoon, that chance raises to about 40% and the temp rising to 57 degrees before dropping back down to 48 degrees Tuesday night. Looking ahead to the extended forecast, both Wednesday and Thursday have high chances for thunderstorms. Thursday with the highest temp of the week at 64 degrees. Friday has an expected 60% chance of rain and the temp dropping back down to 48 degrees. We can expect cloudy skies both Saturday and Sunday and temps in the high 50s. So as you can see, the sun probably won't be shining anytime soon, but at least the temperature will be decent. Well, that's all I have here. Back to you guys.
Turning to some local crime news, a 29-year-old man has been charged with child endangerment, among other charges, after allegedly pushing his wife to the ground while she was holding their 2-year-old son. Police say there are witnesses to the incident and that they arrested the man. He smelled strongly of alcohol and was slurring his speech.
Also, a local man is accused of yelling obscenities and exposing himself in an Iowa City playground on Sunday. 53-year-old Russell Weston allegedly pushed those who asked him to stop shouting vulgarities at people passing by. Apparently, his pants were unzipped some of the time. Weston was charged with disorderly conduct, which is a serious misdemeanor.
Iowa City residents got a glimpse into the mind of an astrophysicist Monday night. Author and talk show host of Start Talk Radio, Neil deGrasse Tyson, spoke with KRUI Radio Monday afternoon about his University of Iowa lecture. Tyson said he hoped to communicate what the world looks like through the eyes of an astrophysicist. Tyson has authored books such as Space Chronicles and Pluto Flies, and announced future plans to be the host for a popular television reboot.
We are filming the 21st century reboot of Carl Sagan's Cosmos, and I'll be serving as host and executive editor of that. And we have some genetic links to people who are part of the creative force of the original.
Tyson has previously appeared on both The Daily Show and Colbert Report, and was an advisor to NASA under the George W. Bush administration.
Unplanned pregnancy is a major health, economic, and social issue for women. This month, a judge in New York tried to make it more available for all ages to be able to use Plan B, also known as the morning after pill. But last week, President Obama overruled the decision to make Plan B not available for all ages. Student Health is one place on campus where Plan B is available for students who are 18 years and older. The pill contains the same hormones as many types of birth control and also only recommended for females who had unprotected sex within 72 hours or less because it only prevents pregnancy from happening, not eliminating pregnancy. If Plan B became available for all ages, it would make it easier for women to obtain the pill because in most cases, stores keep the prescription behind the counter or pharmacies are usually closed late at night.
Venezuela's Electoral Council said it will quickly confirm presidential election winner Nicolas Maduro despite the demand for a recount. Maduro, who recently deceased President Hugo Chavez, handpicked to follow him, won with just 50.7% of the vote, with a difference of just over 200,000 votes. His opposition said he will consider Maduro illegitimate until every vote is recounted.
And the friendly confines are getting a makeover. On Monday, the Cubs ownership unveiled a $500 million renovation to Wrigley Field in Chicago that includes a video screen 3 times larger than Chicago's current one. The deal, made in agreement with the city, will also increase the number of night games at Wrigley Field from 30 to 40 a year.
Stefan, I'm a huge White Sox fan, but I am really happy for the Cubs fans. This is a great addition to the city of Chicago.
Like you said, I'm definitely not a Cubs fan, but next time I'm in Chicago, I guess I'll have to give a Chicago Cubs game one more try.
It is a great place to go for a game. It's so traditional there, so this will be a really good addition too. Well, the NFL draft is just over a week away, and one Iowa player is getting a little late buzz. Let's send it over to Annie Costabile for sports.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Daily Iowan TV Sports Studio. We welcome in guest Keenan Davis, former Hawkeye wide receiver. Keenan, can you talk about your preparation for the NFL draft? What have you been doing?
Basically just working out. I've been training here with Coach Doyle, but also been training I went in Arizona and trained a little bit. I worked out with Donovan McNabb for a little bit, just ran some routes and everything. He gave me some pointers, but really just trying to work on my skills.
How was that experience working with NFL quarterback legend Donovan McNabb?
Oh, it was great. I was really happy at first, kind of starstruck, but then, once I started working, got real comfortable, and definitely see some, eyes that have seen a lot of great receivers. Somebody hearing compliments and everything definitely helped my confidence.
And what kind of advice did you get from that NFL legend?
Just keep my head up, keep moving. Definitely a lot of stuff with route running. He helped me out with the top of my routes and, in and out, and, the speed, how the difference between college and NFL. But, besides that, he said he liked what he saw and, eager to see where I'll go.
And Coach Campbell's no longer with the Hawkeye program, but I know he had a good relationship with the receivers here. Have you spoken to him about this journey to the NFL of yours?
Yeah, definitely. Coach Soup or Coach Campbell, he definitely, he was like another father figure here for me, and he's the reason why I'm here. I have this opportunity to go and play football. But he definitely called me, keep tabs on me. He's always making sure I'm doing all right and making sure school's going good, my family's good. So definitely he's been keeping in touch with me about that.
And your journey to the Hawkeye program, highly recruited, has that kind of helped your nerves at all now, being looked at by NFL scouts?
It's kind of like the same type of process. Especially like when I was looking for an agent, it's kind of like the same process, but. You just got to go out there and just be you. And I know I've been playing football for a really long time, and I'm doing something I love, and I'm going to go out there and just have fun. And wherever I end up, I end up. And
one of your best friends is also along for the same ride that you are, Micah Hyde. How has that helped you, having a friend going through the same thing that you are right now?
It's really nice because you're going through the same thing. You have somebody who close to you that can watch you play and can watch you do things and compete, and then you can hear it from them. And for me, hearing it from my friends, it definitely helps me out a lot more than, hearing from a coach. I think that's with everybody, every type of athlete. When you hear it from, a peer, it kind of sets in a little bit. And, me and Micah, living together too, we're getting up, we're riding together, and just to have a companion with you to go through it, it really helps.
And how have your nerves been through this whole process? I'm about to graduate, and I'm a wreck right now. I can only imagine what you're going through.
I'm definitely, there's some butterflies, but I'm just doing something I love. I love competing. I love going against, especially like Micah and going against my friends, and really seeing what I can do. I love doing that. So that's the best part of this whole situation, this whole process.
And any expectations? We're gonna wrap it up here with your journey. Like, what do you expect to get out of all of this?
Just opportunity to get out there and play. That's all I want to do is compete. And I think if I have the opportunity and be able to show who I am and show all the hard work that I put in all these years, I think I have a good chance.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us in studio. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. A whole lot more coming up tomorrow, including our first ever Tuesday installment of our weekly Whip Around segment. That's going to do it for us here in the studio. Back to you guys at the desk.
Daily Iowan TV is the first place to see what's going on, to be in Tuesday morning's Daily Iowan. More on Iowa connections to the Boston attack.
And read about the future of cursive handwriting in Iowa and nationwide. But before we go, we want to give a big congratulations to our colleague Brad Maxwell. Brad, who is second from the left, won an Upper Midwest Emmy Student Production Award Sunday for his story last fall about Adderall usage in college. What an honor for Brad, and we are all very proud of him here at DITV. Well, that's your latest edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to check us out tomorrow or anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
Thanks for watching and have a great night.